Archfiends are getting a new Link monster. That's actually really sweet, but it's gonna have a dice roll effect. This is why I don't get excited about things.
YugiNoNo.
So in today's video, guys, we're gonna be talking about the newest Link monster to get linked to us from the Link Brains pack. The Link Brains pack is what the new Lightsworn Link monster comes from, the new Lightsworn Burning Abyss monster comes from, like all that stuff. Basically, every leaked Link monster that has been revealed to us on the YG organization website the past couple of weeks has been from this set. And since fiends might be my favorite monster type right up there with zombies, I felt the need to talk about this. But really quick, before I get into the card discussion, I have a mat to give away. This is the Way of the Warrior meta mat. This is the one I reviewed a few weeks ago, and this mat is just sick. I have to note though that I think this one is a misprint. I think the new stack that he gave me are all misprints, you know, because mistakes do happen when you're trying to create perfection. But I'll tell you what, even the misprints are like, they're so good. So I'm going to be giving away this mat. This is like a really sick mat. It is called Way of the Warrior. MetaMats is my sponsor. They make the best cloth play mats on the planet, so be sure to check them out, metamats.com. So if you guys want to win this amazing play mat, then be sure to leave a like on this video, then comment down below, and also go and comment on my post about this on my Facebook page. And please only leave a comment on the post and don't message me, because I reserve the messages for people that have, you know, general questions about the channel and all that stuff. But with all that out of the way, let's go ahead and get into actually discussing this new Archfiend card. And this article says Archfiends finally returned to their heritage of dice rolls and life point payments. Are you excited? Not really. Like, I felt like if, you know, Archfiends, you know, like the newer Archfiend cards that came out just a few years ago, you know, got some more support, they actually, you know, would have a lot of potential, because a lot of them, you know, like, you know, Archfiend Cavalry and stuff, they want to be destroyed by card effects and everything. If we had a Link monster that kind of did that was just super easy for the deck to make, maybe it would have some potential, you know, to be competitive at the very least. But I'm not really feeling that from this card. But it is really cool, guys. Like, the art on this card is fantastic. It is definitely reminiscent of the old school, you know, chess Archfiend cards, you know, with like Pandemonium and all that stuff that you saw in the show and, you know, in Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. This is definitely one of those card arts. It's amazing, and I really like that they did that. That's one good thing that they got right about this card, is the art. The art looks so good. And this card is called Perpetual King Damon. So Perpetual King Archfiend. That is the translation. Perpetual King Archfiend. It is a Link to Dark Fiend effect monster with 2000 attack. Not bad attack whatsoever. Its link arrows are bottom left and bottom right, which for the most part, you know, all the legacy support has been like that, you know, as far as the Link monsters go. And then we have 2 Fiend monsters. It takes 2 Fiend monsters to make this card. So, I mean, that's pretty basic, you know, 2 Fiend monsters. So even Burning Abyss could technically make this card. You know, Burning Abyss, you know, PK Fire, you know, all of those variants can make this card. So maybe Burning Abyss just low-key got another Link monster. They got 2 Link monsters? What? maybe so. Maybe so. But let's go ahead and read this. I actually haven't, I kind of glazed over its effect. I didn't read the whole thing. But it says, during each of your standby phases, pay 500 life points or destroy this card. So that works with Pandemonium, you know. This card's first and second effects can only be activated in the same chain each, okay? So if you pay life points, you can send from your deck to your graveyard 1 Fiend monster whose attack or defense equals the paid amount. So you can send, you know, if, so wait, what's Archfiend Eris's stats? Archfiend Eris has 1000 attack, not 500, but it's attack or defense, so that kind of gives you a wide variety. But you want Archfiend Eris, I would think, because, you know, when Archfiend Eris hits the graveyard, it gives you a search, so I would think that you want that in the grave. But wait a minute, is Scarm 500 attack? Is it 500 attack? Because that would be pretty good. No, Scarm is 800 attack. So I just feel like my dreams are being shattered right now. Once again, this is why I don't get excited about stuff. Plus, you pay life points during each of your standby phases, so this has to be on the field, then survive until your standby phase for that effect even to work. Oh my gosh. Maybe the second effect's better. Maybe the second effect is better, guys. Effect number 2, if a Fiend monsters is sent to your graveyard, you can roll a 6-sided die once, oh my gosh, and apply one of these effects to one of the sent monsters depending on the results. 1 added to the hand, 2 to 5, shuffle it into the deck, 6 special summon it. Oh gosh. I honestly did not read the full effect. I had a fan, you know, notify me that this card, you know, was leaked, and I just kind of glazed over it. I saw the dice thing and I was like, well, maybe that's just kind of like a side thing and it has a better main effect. No, it really kind of doesn't. And I was hoping that this thing would be way better. It's really disappointing. This is not, you know, what I wanted for the deck whatsoever. This is not what I wanted. I feel like they wasted some potential with this card, because I mean, the art looks amazing on it. You know, they could have made, you know, some really cool, just, you general, Fiend support card, not just Archfiends, but, general just Fiend support card, make it more possible to make some sort of, Darkness Neosphere deck, some sort of Dark Necrofear deck, or anything, something in general. This card could have promoted a lot more creativity than it does. But I guess really the problem with this card is that it does only help, the Chess, Archfiend, Pandemonium deck. And that deck hasn't done anything. And that deck has never really done anything. It was played by us when we were kids, because we thought the cards looked cool, and that was really it. So to try to give, that deck that's just a really, really bad deck, any sort of support, outside of, nostalgia purposes is kind of like, a pipe dream, or something that's worse than a pipe dream. Because Archfiends will never really be competitive until they get, more support, better cards, maybe, some sort of, in archetype, like searchable, destruction card to set their stuff off, or just, something, or like, some new boss monster. They need something. I don't know what Archfiends really need, but they don't need this, guys. They do not need this Link monster. But maybe you disagree with me. Maybe you really like this card. Maybe you played Archfiends this whole time. That's cool. That's completely fine and cool. If you have fun, that is all you. That is awesome. But what I'm saying here is those old chess Archfiends have never really been competitive. They've never really done anything, on a competitive level, and that's really all that I'm saying. And I feel like wasting a Link monster on them is just that. It is a waste of a Link monster. And it's really just a waste of legacy support in general. I mean, where's like, Harpies, for example, where's like the Harpy Link monster, the Harpy support? I feel like, there's all these other decks in Yu-Gi-Oh! Not just Harpies that have just been on the cusp of being good, that have just almost gotten there and just never really, broke that mold. They never really did as well as they could have gotten if they got just a little bit more support. And I feel like, Archfiends having never done anything, it's just kind of weird to waste legacy support on them. But like I said, guys, maybe you disagree with me, and that is just fine. Maybe I missed something in this card's effect that is really, really good, but I'm just saying right now, on the top of my head, I cannot think of any positives about this new Link Archfiend card other than its art. But I would love to know what you guys think about this card down in the comment section, and as always, be sure to dick slap that like button and subscribe. Subscribe!